Welcome back, everybody, to the fourth episode of CEO Talks. Today, I'm very pleased to host Claudiu Bisnel, the managing partner and founder of Brisk Group, who will share with us who he is and what they do there, and of course some more things about his life. Welcome, Claudiu.
I'm very happy to be here, Sotiris, and hello to everyone.
Before starting, I would like to say that we have taken all the necessary measures in order to make sure that we stay healthy. I know you're half vaccinated. I'm also half vaccinated, so
I'm full vaccinated.
Full vaccinated. Okay, then you beat me to that. I shouldn't have asked. Okay, so having said that, let me just brief you on the rules of the game of today. I'm holding 5 questions. 5 categories. You know the categories already.
Yeah.
So you will be choosing the category. I will be asking the question. Every question bears points. The idea is in 30 minutes for you to gather more than 100 points. Because that way you will get to contribute 10 books to our CEO's Back to School project.
Excellent. Looking forward to that.
Are you ready?
Yeah, seems like a really tough challenge.
Okay. I'll make it easy. Don't worry about it. Okay. So let me start with the first question. Who is Claudio?
Right. Claudio is the managing partner and founder of Brisk Group. Brisk Group is a consultancy company, a construction consultancy company, founded back in 2016, so we are relatively young. We are now making 5 years, and it's a big thing for us this year. We are one of the leading firms in this business in Romania. We have more than 60 colleagues and doing a good job, we are saying, taking account of the time span that we operated in Romania and the things that we have contributed in the construction industry.
So what do you do for your clients?
Right. Project cost and construction management. Basically what we do practically is to assure that their projects are delivered in the correct budget, hopefully under budget, to add value to this process. So we control the costs. We bring efficiency in the process from, let's start from the beginning of the project. A project starts in, let's say, in the feasibility. Yeah, you do your feasibility in the project. You do your design. Then you go into the procurement, and then you go into the construction of the implementation. Call it of the project during the construction time. Now, we, as early as we can get into the project, we can bring value to the project, and we bring efficiency to the cost, as I was saying. Mm-hmm. We bring efficiency to the time implementation of the project, which obviously, if you deliver it as quickly as possible, you save money, and we assure that the project is delivered in the right specification and quality.
Okay, nice. Sounds really nice.
Yeah. This is high level. We can go into the technical bit, but I'm not sure if it's
okay. Now I don't.
Right now,
we have a target.
Exactly.
We have a target to achieve.
Exactly.
So let's start with the questions. Tell me, which category do you want to start with?
Right. Let's start with the career.
Career. For 10 points.
Right.
What would you have done differently in your career path?
Right. I'm not sure if I would have done anything different, and I would say it's why. Basically, I think you need to do the work. Mm-hmm. Basically, you need to go through all the stages to mature yourself as an individual and to gain the right experience in order to achieve what you want to do. My experience leading me to be the founder and CEO, managing partner of Brisk Group. So if I look at my career, I've done the university, which is the construction university in Bucharest, which is the background for what we are doing. Then I followed the basic steps that everyone follows, getting hired, working on different projects. Then I had the international experience in terms of going to the UK, where I've worked in a similar firm as Brisk, delivering similar services, managing people, and getting the stripes, if you may, along the line, in order to get to have the right background in order to do what we are doing right now.
Yeah. Sometimes we kind of expect things to happen like that, and it's not the case.
Exactly.
And I think that this is one of the situations where those with patience are getting rewarded.
True. Having said that, maybe patience is not one of my virtues, but I've learned, and again from experience, I've learned that we have a saying in Romania: with patience you cross the mountains, you know? So you need to have patience in order to get the right stuff.
Yeah, good things come to those who wait.
Exactly, that's the English proverb, the proper one.
Good, so your first 10 points are there.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Let's move to the next category.
Right. Let's go for inspirational.
For another 10 points, what is one mistake you witness leaders making more frequently than others? Than other mistakes, that is.
Right. That they think that one is, and pops immediately to my mind, that they think they are always right. You know, it's a flaw of the trade, if you may, because all leaders got where they are through their achievements, through pushing through their ideas, through working towards what they believed in. And obviously getting in that position, they were plenty of times right. Mm-hmm. And it happens. It happens, and it sneaks up to in your back of your mind, and it's dangerous, honestly, if you get on that slippery slope.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think this is
and the one that comes with it is this belief that everything is possible. Because you have done so many things that many people told you, no, man, this cannot happen. It's very difficult. Many people have failed there. And as soon as you do it, and then you do another one and another one, you reach a point where you have this illusion, because it's an illusion, that you can do everything and you can control everything. And, you know.
That's the sword with two blades.
Yep.
It has its good part, and it's very important to believe that you can achieve everything. It's quintessential, I must say, as a leader. But you need, again, to have back of your mind that not to go in the other part where it becomes dangerous and counterproductive, honestly. To yourself, organization, and so forth.
And add the word almost everything.
Yeah, exactly. Almost. A small almost over there, you know. With
Exactly. Great. So another 10 points for you.
Thank you.
Let's move to the next category.
Right. Leadership.
Leadership. Okay. So for 5 points, how do you or other leaders in your organization communicate the core values?
Right. How do I and others... very important, honestly, in order to keep the core values, if I rephrase it, the core values for a company are very important in order to, that creates basically the chain that holds all the people in the company. The culture. The culture, exactly. So for leaders to transmit that, it's very important, and they can do it only by example, honestly, or from my experience. Mm-hmm. Everything that you basically establish as core values, and obviously most of the companies use it as marketing tools as well, you need to transmit it down the ranks. Mm-hmm. And in order to do that, you need to do it only by example.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. 5 points for you.
Thank you.
Next one.
Funny.
Okay, let's go for a funny one. You know, the more the points, the more you need to worry about.
Right. Because
I'm challenging the question, you know?
Oh.
But no, this 5 points, it's easy. Should be easy. Okay. So, if you were the president of the country, what is the first thing you would do?
That's tough. Exactly. You're in a real leader's position, and what's the first thing? Get informed.
Yeah, but let's take this for a fact. You know, I mean, I think
you need to know the trade before
I'm
you
sure. Yeah, exactly.
But it's me now.
Otherwise, you wouldn't be able to run for the for the office.
Exactly.
But what would be one of the first things that you would announce out there as a goal, as an action, as your personal commitment?
Now you must understand that my trade is I'm a builder. I build projects, I build companies. So definitely I would look at building a more open society, and the right. If I'm thinking I'm the president of Romania now, I need to put me in a context, because United States is a little bit different. So Romania, I would look into the infrastructure. Mm-hmm. Well, that's one of the first things that I would do. I know it's the government's responsibility and not strictly the president, but I would do all the things that a president can do in order to assure that infrastructure is built and assure that Romania is picking up where it left off many years ago.
Okay, so I guess that going one step back, your first thing would be to pass a bill to extend the responsibilities of the president. So that
this is dangerous. Maybe one day I would think about going for presidency, and they will look at this interview and say, "So extending the powers." So he's going
good idea.
In a different. No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
I'm just using tools I have as by constitution. Okay. I must say, as a
this
president.
is what everybody said before.
Exactly. Just to be on the safe side.
Okay. So 5 points for you.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Next one.
Right. Funny
again.
Yeah, okay. I can pick
again,
no?
Yeah, sure. You can pick anything you want.
Because I have, how many points do I have?
You have now 30 points.
So I need to go through them again and again.
So for another 10 points,
share
with us a hilarious moment in your career.
Right.
Something funny, something that happened, and when you remember about it, you crack a smile.
Yes. When I've got to the UK and I got hired to my first job over there, I said I knew a lot of planning tools just to get there. I said in my mind, okay, I've studied, I know, I pretended that I know more than as all of us do when they get a job or you want to get a proper job. And I've got there, I got a big project, and I didn't know what the hell to do with it. And I remember 2 weeks I was studying like hell in order to, and I was a little bit afraid to ask colleagues, obviously, not to make shame of myself or my superiors to learn that I didn't know. Obviously, people definitely picked up that, but they knew that I had the ambition to do it.
Yeah.
But it was very funny. So I was neglecting my future wife at the moment just to learn how to do the job.
Yeah. I think we have all inflated our CV from at some time in the future and added some salt on it. And I also remember a story when I was in the army, because in Greece, we used to have a long army duty, and it was like 21 months. That was a long time, huh? And in the training center, we used to wake up very early and go out for doing this exercising and this military things, and so there was this guy who knew people and this and that, and at some point he said, "Listen, I can get you to the cleaners. Is where they're cleaning and ironing all the shirts and everything from the camp there." And I said, "Yeah, sure. I mean, because I haven't done it before." I said, "When they ask you, say you have." So okay, so I go there, I meet a guy, old guy, civilian, like son, have you ever done that before? I say, of course. I mean, 2 summers I used to work for a dry cleaners. So he shows me that big thing where you know, the iron presser, whatever, how it's called. Says, what about this one? What do you think? And I'm like, yeah, it's nice. I mean, but I've worked in a bigger one. The guy looks at me and says, this is the biggest one. And there was a moment of silence where we both really talked, you know, like exactly. He got me and I got him. But the guy was really nice, said, you know what, you're in. I like you as a guy, as a person. It took me 2 days, and I think I became the most productive Iron Man in the history of that camp. You know, I was like, dun, dun, dun. It was crazy.
Exactly, that's ambition and...
Yeah. But he respected me, you know, then I took care of him and everything was okay, you know. Good, so another 10 points are yours.
Thank you.
Next one.
Right. Personal.
Okay. So, for 5 points, how would your family and friends describe you? Be honest.
Ambitious. Mm-hmm. And sometimes like lack of patience.
Okay.
Funny. Loving.
Okay.
I think not too many words.
Okay. But good.
Yeah, I like to think of myself. I'm a loving father, a loving husband. I have a lot of friends. Obviously, they understand me and I understand them. I think those are the words that.
How many kids?
2 kids.
2 kids. How old are they?
One is almost 4 years, and another 1.5 years.
Nice.
Girls.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Nice. You contribute to the demographic, you know. So
I'll try to contribute more.
Okay. Then that's a promise, right? That's a promise.
Yeah, it is.
Okay, good, great. So another points are yours. Next one.
Right. Let's go for inspirational.
Inspirational. I think you liked inspirational and funny. I get the feeling that they are your favorite categories.
Yeah,
and I don't blame you. So, inspirational. Let's see. So, for another 5 points, which are 3 characteristics that you believe every leader should possess?
Right. He needs to have the drive. Mm-hmm. He needs to have the inspiration about inspirational.
Okay.
He needs to trust in himself and in his colleagues.
Okay.
He has to have vision.
Then you need to replace one.
Yeah,
if you want vision then you have to replace one.
It's difficult.
It's difficult. I know. There have to be 3.
Right. Okay. You can't be a leader without the. I have to have 3. Okay. Let's leave vision is in the inspiration part.
Okay.
So I've merged them.
Okay, makes sense. So we are almost halfway time-wise, and you are at 50 points.
Right.
So I think we will be there in the end.
Right.
Next one.
Hopefully. Next one. Let's go for career.
Career. Okay. For 5 points, can you name a person who has had a tremendous impact on you as a leader?
Yes, there are many.
You have to mention one.
One.
The one that you believe was the most impactful.
I thought this is so. I can't. They're close friends. Some at this moment.
Okay.
And I've learned a lot from them. Then I need to not to make a statement that puts one aside from the other. I'll make a leader, a general leader.
Okay.
Winston Churchill.
Winston Churchill. Okay.
Yes.
And of course, let me cover that for you, your wife, who has always been an inspiration. I haven't met her, but because she will watch that video and she will ask you, why didn't you?
This is not fair. This is not fair.
I'm saving you now.
Yeah. And my wife, you can cut the Winston Churchill part, please.
Winston who?
Winston who? The cigarettes.
Yeah. Great. So next one.
Let's go. I hope this has more points. Leadership.
Leadership. For 10 points. How do you handle raw talent when you come across it?
Everyone loves raw talent.
But not everybody can handle it.
Exactly. It's like the Mustang, the horse.
Exactly.
That's raw talent. You're wonderful. It's wonderful, the right expression, when you come across it. You need to give it leeway to move. You can't put raw talent in a box and say, this is how you need to behave. Raw talent, it's very dangerous at the very beginning, from my experience. Once it got the idea of the organization and it believes in the organization values, the contribution, it will be immense and skyrockets. It's not easy to come across raw talent, but how I handle it, to answer directly the question, is give it a leadway and leave it to contribute in its way to the organization. At the same time, understand the value of the organization and see if it can fit in that organization. That's how we usually...
Would you change something in your organization in order to fit more these raw talents?
You can't have a lot of raw talents.
You can't?
You can't. As magical as it seems, you can't. Because there will be... most of the time contradicting views within, and it will start many wars. It's like a football team. You want to have only star players.
I was ready to say that, yeah.
You can't have that. As magical as it seems, you can't have that.
You can't have 10 Maradonas in the same team, right? Yeah.
It won't work. Yeah. Exactly.
Great. So another 10 points are yours. Next one. Funny. Okay. So, you get a pass card, which means that you keep that. It's like a get out of jail thing, like in Monopoly.
Right.
So you can not answer one question that maybe you don't want to answer.
Okay, let's go personal now.
Okay, well, I like you.
I have the pass card.
So for 15 points.
Right.
When in life have you felt the most alone?
Difficult one. Should I use it or not?
Up to you.
You feel alone. I felt alone at the very start of Brisk. I can say that, but not completely alone. Now I feel encouraged around a lot of lovely people that support the organization and so forth. I felt alone at that moment because I was quite alone, honestly, in the journey, and it's difficult. My support came from my family.
Yeah, I feel you. It was the same. I mean, I guess it's the same for every entrepreneur. You know, when you start and your market doesn't know you, you have to prove yourself. Every meeting is a fight to prove something and to pass a message. And yeah, I know. I have been there.
Yeah, sometimes we spoke about Winston Churchill. Sometimes in that journey you get the black dog. He used to say that. But you need to push forward. And that's part of being an entrepreneur, honestly.
Yeah. In that effort to go through that, okay, I'll give you extra points, okay, because that's another question. What trait helped you the most in that time? What characteristic of yours?
Exactly. Never give up. Being sure that I will succeed.
So conviction.
Conviction, ambition. I'm a very ambitious guy, honestly. Yeah. I am ambitious in business. I am ambitious in sports. I have examples, for example, with my friends, speaking about how friends tolerate some of your things. When I play any sport, I play it to win. Maybe it's not
we shouldn't play together, you know. Huh?
Yeah, I play to win. Some say, it's just for the fun of sport. Okay, I played for the fun of sport, but I play to win.
Yeah. A few years ago, we organized a 3-on-3 tournament with the help of Virgil, and Steaua at the time. And man, my team we reached the final. Many people couldn't recognize me. Like, is that Sotiris? I mean, really, he really wants to win that bad? Yeah, so I can tell. In my case, especially coming in Romania, a country that I had never been before, back in 2011, to set up a club. Another thing, that it was definitely the conviction and also self-sarcasm.
Of course.
I laughed a lot with myself.
I agree.
I found myself so many times in in several ridiculous situations. And I found it funny to laugh with me, and then all the silly situations that were caused because I didn't know where to go. I was confusing the roads, the streets. I didn't know where I was in the city. It was.
It's very important, and not in a bad way, to have this. Don't take yourself too seriously.
Yep, definitely. That's a golden rule.
Yeah, exactly. If you take yourself too seriously.
So I'm going to give you another 10 points.
Thank you.
25 points for you, which means we have reached 95.
Right.
90 points. That means we're very close. And we still have, I think, 7 minutes to go. So we are there.
Excellent.
Hit me with the next one.
Let's go for funny.
For funny.
Funny is nice.
After we finish the interview, you have to tell me how this card ended up in your hands. I don't know. It's the past card.
Yeah.
I'm getting old, I start forgetting things. Okay, so you have to cut that. Don't leave that part, okay? For 5 points, what did you want to be when you were a kid?
We are on the funny bit, yeah?
Yeah, sure.
So I wanted to be a barber,
A barber?
barber, yeah. Then I wanted to be an agricultural worker.
Okay.
I grew in...
A lot of money there.
Exactly, but I didn't know that then. Right. Then I wanted to be an astronaut.
Okay.
And pilot. I liked it very much.
Okay.
And then I've settled on the builder from a young age.
Okay.
And this is true story.
Okay.
So I've through the years, I was a kid. I was building a lot of stuff. Then my parents bought me Lego sets.
Of course.
And I've played a lot with Lego sets. I remember I gave those to the kids. I had, believe me, a lot of Lego sets.
Nice. That barber thing, I think it's the second most peculiar choice after another member who confessed to me like 3 years ago that he always wanted to become a dentist. And I thought that a dentist is the kind of doctor that everybody despises, Nobody likes a dentist. Why would you like... okay. Yeah, it happens. Great. So 95, right. 5 more to go. So any question will take us there.
Right. So we'll go for the career one because we didn't go on the career too much.
Okay. And for 5 points. I think you have drawn the most 5-pointers than anybody else so far.
I like to talk a lot.
To an important crossroad in your life, why did you choose the direction you chose?
Why I've chose a direction that I've chosen?
Yeah, to a major dilemma in your life, to go right or left,
Major. To be honest, I didn't have that kind of choice, and I'm in life, to make it a huge story of it. I had choices, career choices. Let's go. So at some point, my parents were pushing me. I remember from high school, they were pushing me for an IT.
Okay.
And I told you, Bob the Builder. So Bob the Builder stuck to the Bob the Builder, and that was one of the quintessential probably traits of being a leader. So from a young age, I said, no, this is what I want to do, and I've done it. Another milestone important is maybe to make the choice, and it was the perfect choice, to get married to my wife.
Smart. That's smart. That's so smart.
No, it's completely true.
Yeah. No, I know what you mean.
I didn't have this kind of, movie type of crossroads, and I said, go to that, to the right, you see sunshine, go to the left, you go into the abyss. Another one was giving up, if you may, speaking strictly about the career, giving up what I've built in London. Basically, I was working at a big firm. I was an associate of there. Money were good, friends, team, everything was good. And I said, no, I love it, but I can do much more.
Yeah.
And coming back here after 7 years spent over there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, it makes sense, and I also understand that part with with who you choose to spend your life with and their influence to the trajectory of one's life and
Definitely.
career and everything. You know what they say, that behind every successful man
He's a successful woman.
There is a woman that wonders, how come? This guy, really? I mean,
True. I must agree.
yeah, they don't tell us. They never tell us, but this is what they're thinking.
Of course, yeah.
So, congratulations.
Thank you.
You've reached the 100 points.
Excellent.
We are so happy. We will be waiting for the books.
Yeah, 10
And,
of those.
At this point, I would like to ask you, is there one or more books that you read recently and really did it for you?
I used to read a lot. I do read right now, but not as often. I must. This is the moment of truth. Interview, not as much as I used to read. Recently, I've liked it very much. I've read Never Split the Difference.
Okay.
Chris Voss, at a great friend's recommendation, and I liked the book very much. Another one that I didn't read recently, but I think it's a very good book, and I've enjoyed it very much, Sapiens.
Ah, yes, from Harari.
Exactly, from Harari. Great book. He puts a lot of perspective for things that you already knew, but he envelops them very well and presents them very well. And I think it's a good book to read. Jerusalem, the biography. I'm not sure if you read it. It speaks about the struggle of a people and a struggle of in the context of a struggle of a city and a nation. Very interesting, very good history lesson.
Okay.
Great insights about different people as well.
Okay.
So it's good for obviously you have the classics, The Art of War, and that you need to read again and again. And from a career point of view, a book that's done it for me is Dale Carnegie, How to Win Friends and Influence People.
Yeah.
It's a classic, but
It's a Bible type of book.
exactly, it's a Bible type, and that did a trick.
Isn't it amazing that after so many decades,
Exactly.
it still remains so
1930s.
up to date?
Exactly.
Yeah, it's like Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill.
Exactly the same thing.
And I also read last year was a quite productive year for me in terms of reading. And one of the books that a friend recommended and really did it for me was the one by Viktor Frankl, A Man's Search for Meaning, which I totally recommend. Again, is a book from the 50s or something, and it's an all-time classic. Amazing book, because this is the great thing about reading, is that the same book, the same words mean something. They make completely different connections in your head and in my head and in somebody else's head, because they are knitted with the experiences, with the situations you are at a time. So I think that it's like what they say about paintings and mainly modern art, that the painting really completes on the viewer's mind.
True.
And the book really completes on the reader's mind. This is where it becomes a whole.
Exactly.
Before that, it's just the main idea.
Yeah, you had instilled some directions, if you may, or some thoughts, and the books basically expand those and captures your imagination and transform you as an individual.
Yeah. What's your favorite music?
Oh, a lot. Rock. I'm listening now in the car. If you go, I'm listening to Rolling Stones, for example. Very much, I like that. I listen from time to time to classic music, reggae. I like reggae a lot, though I didn't listen recently to it. So I'm a little bit diverse music-wise.
You have to drive to Arad.
Right.
That's a long ride.
I've drove plenty of times.
And you can take with you only one. Okay, that's an old school question, because now you can take all the music in the world in your phone. But assuming that you can take only one artist with you, who would that be? Just one.
One.
Yeah. I could make it even more challenging and ask you for an album, but no, I would not go there. Just give me the artist and I'm okay.
Ooh. Because I'm right now listening and I've loved them from when I was very young, I'll go with the Rolling Stones.
Yeah, that's smart, because they also have a huge discography.
Exactly. I know. It goes into the reggae part as well.
Yeah. True. Good. So last question. Why CO clubs? And what do you like there?
Right. Before I've joined it, I've heard so much about you guys from different friends that are members or have been members. I think it's a great place where you can meet very interesting people, a lot of leaders. It's called the CO Club. You have a lot to gain and to give to the community, and I think you can share a lot of common values and common interests. So I see a lot of pluses.
Great. It's a great pleasure to have you here.
Same.
Great.
Thank you very much,
Claudio. Thank you so much for being here and for sharing.
Thank you. Sotiris.
And see you soon.
Yeah, look forward to meeting more and more members.
We'll make sure of that. So thank you, everybody. Thank you for being with us in that 4th episode of Top Talks, and we'll see you to the next one.